What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Abel here with STL Tones, and today we're going to be looking at the March update for the AmpHub plugin platform. We've got two new things for you guys this month. We're going to be looking at our Mr. Hectic STL Tones amplifier, which is modeled after a Loboga Mr. Hector, and then we are going to be looking at a new EQ pedal that you can now run in front of your amplifier. So without further ado, let's just hop into this. I'm going to show you guys the new EQ pedal, and then we'll start checking out the tones on this new amp. All right, guys, so starting here in the Stomp section in front of the amplifier, go ahead and select the slot, and you'll see that you now have access to the 10-band graphic equalizer. It's the same one that you have access to after the amplifier, but now you have the ability to shape that tone going into the amp using that EQ pedal. So that is pretty cool for flexibility. Jumping into the main event, we got this Mr. Hectic amplifier. Of course, this is modeled after the Loboga Mr. Hector. And let's just kind of go through and see what we got here. We've got two masters. We've got one shared EQ, a treble, mid, and bass. Underneath that, you have a mid switch. To the right of that, you have a volume, gain, and a bright switch. To the right of that, you have a clean gain with another bright switch. You have a high and low input, as well as a master selector, depending on which one of these masters you want to use. And of course, your channel selector here. So let's just get started with this thing, in the lead channel and everything at noon and see what this thing sounds like. Sounds nice and gritty. I like that. But I'm going to leave the EQ panel at noon here, and I'm just going to start messing around and adding some stuff to it and see what we can get. Let's go into our Stomp section. Let's throw my favorite overdrive, which is this 808. Let's get that thing going. Make sure that's on. See what that does. You can see I'm just toggling back and forth between the bright switch being on and off. So off, on. It makes a considerable difference. By the way, I always forget this part for whatever reason, but the signal chain is this Schecter KM3 hybrid with Fishman Fluence pickups going into a Universal Audio Aero interface going into Cubase, and of course we are running AmpHub. I got that on the first run, by the way. I never get that the first way through. I always have to cut back and say it like 4 times before I get that whole thing through. Super excited about that. But anyway, moving on. We are chugging in absolutely no time. I hope Ola England stopped the timer at that. I don't know how long it took, but we're chugging already. Cool. All right, let's start messing, I guess, with the EQ panel and seeing what we get there. of gained up a little high here. Let's check this thing out. Let's try pushing this thing a little bit. Let's crank the master and bring the input down, see what happens there. That sounds sick, man. I don't think there's going to be any argument there. That's a sick lead channel. All right, so let's back off of that. Let's switch over to this clean channel and see what we got going here. All right, guys, everything at noon. Let's check out this. Let's check out this clean channel. I'm going to start off in the neck position of my guitar. It sounds pristinely clean. That sounds really sick, man. Let's throw some effects on this thing and see what it sounds like with a nice little delay on here. Let's kind of tap that out really quick. Bring that feedback up. Bring this down a little bit. See what that sounds like. I think that sounds really cool with some effects on it. Obviously, I didn't do too much. I just threw the delay. We could get a lot crazier with throwing stuff onto a clean channel, but this thing just by itself. That sounds really good. I'll start moving some knobs for you guys in this clean channel so you get an idea of what those do as well. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps it up for me. That is the March update for the AmpHub plugin. Of course, if you're already using the AmpHub, go ahead and head on over to stltones.com and download your update, and you'll have access to these new features. If you don't, highly recommend you guys check out AmpHub. You get all kinds of cool stuff. They're updating it every single month, adding pedals, amplifiers. They're updating various parts of the plugin, but you're always getting new stuff. Like I keep saying, it's like Christmas every time. You just get new things added. The value just keeps going up. So if you haven't checked out AmpHub already, I highly recommend you do so. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys found it helpful, hit that like and subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel. Hit that notification bell so you guys get updated on all the new videos that STL Tones is releasing. I will catch you guys on the next video.